as we venture forth into a world where the imagination knows no bounds. I am your story weaver. Let the story continue. Last week, we found our adventurers plucked from our very world and brought back, yes, I said back, into time, as they found themselves, after some investigating, in 1832 in France. After some more investigating and visiting a strange clothing store, they found themselves with jobs. And, well, let's just say that they had gained new skills that one would find in 1832. Upon which they were extended an invitation to visit the Count of Monte Cristo and his mansion. Upon reaching, they have quickly found out, after making some new friends, they found out that this party wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. As one of their closest friends passed away, they quickly realized that the mansion had become much more than a party. After some investigating and staying as personal guests of the Count, they woke up the next day and began to explore the mansion, as it will, exploring the ins and outs and all the secrets that the mansion held within. However, as Chris and Kara went out for a stroll in the garden, they found themselves looking up as they heard a loud crash and seeing something or someone coming out the window. So,
Uh-oh.
Chris and Kara, give me brains checks as you see a hurling mass come flying out of the window.
That would be a 6 out of 10.
Okay. Chris, what'd you get?
You're muted, dear.
I pulled a bad 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4? Okay. Um, you guys quickly realize that it is indeed somebody coming out of the window and making a crash, landing on the grass. Unfortunately, the fall was pretty high up, one of the upper windows of the mansion, and you are too late as you run over there and check. And to much of your surprise, you see the body of Victor Durand, the rival that you guys have seemed to have some beef with, lying with a shocked expression on his face. There,
Um,
Okay, if I hear any of the commotion, I'm not going for the window. I'm going straight for the count to make sure he's okay.
okay,
I'm gonna be well, my wife takes care of the body. I'm gonna be looking up the window to see if anyone lingers over the window.
okay. I need Elliot. I need you to make a brains
Yes.
check. I need
Okay.
Chris. I need you to make a brains check, and then Kara, are you like do anything, or are you just kind of making sure that nobody disturbs the body?
um, while I'm making sure nobody disturbs the body, I am going to try to get a quick perusal to see if there's like any weapon markings or any defensive markings.
Okay, then I'm also going to need a brains check from you as well. Okay, Elliot,
Is that advantage actually real?
Mine.
advantage on you for you, Chris. If you had an advantage, you would roll your d4 twice at the max possible level.
What-
Or are you
Well, no,
referring
I
to
was
the
talking
big?
about before the
Yeah,
stream.
no,
When
I
you
was I
said
was messing with you guys. I was messing with you guys.
okay.
I got a 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4. Oh, okay. First critical success of the night.
Yeah.
Um, so Elliot, you notice
Yes.
something very, very, very strange. You do hear the commotion from your position. You guys were making your way. You and Ben were making your way to the kitchen, or at least to the count, I believe. When you did hear a sudden crash, you heard no scream, but you did hear a sudden crash out the window. Most people that you see in the general vicinity did run to the window. However, you noticed that One person did not run towards the window and, in fact, made their way upstairs. You do notice that it is somebody wearing clothes that are kind of a smooth, low, loose fitting dress, wearing a circlet of copper and blue on her head with three pearls and in the crown or in the circlet. She quickly, instead of running to the window, she makes her way upstairs. Um, yeah, she makes her way up the stairs. Um, do
Okay.
you follow her or do you wait a second?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Ben to let them know what I'm doing so that I'm not completely alone. I'm gonna sneak after her.
Okay, perfect. So you take a second. You tell Ben. So Ben goes off and starts
Yeah, just so
what you
somebody
do.
knows where I am in case we kind of get fucked over up there.
Okay, you happen to look up and you notice that she has reached the top of the stairs and that balcony that oversees the first landing. You do see that she is making her way towards the count's room.
Oh yeah, I'm following her.
Okay, Chris, what did you get?
Out of 4.
You got a 4? Well, another crit.
3 out of
Okay,
4.
3 out of 4. Okay, you look up and you see a shadow in the window. For what feels like it's too short. You can't. It's too quick. I mean, you're able to see it, and you're like, oh, there was somebody up in there. Um, but you can't tell if they're right by the window or if they were further back. As you do realize that yes, there was a flickering light, and you guess that their candle was lit in the room. Kara, what did you get?
A 2 out of 10.
Okay. Uh, you look around. You take a quick glance around. You kind of look down. He got pushed out a window, and he fell hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously.
I'll check it out when I get over there to see if he was poisoned or not. I just really want to make sure this counts okay.
Okay. Elliot, we go back to you. You go up the stairs. You run towards the count's room. And as you turn around, yeah, you get to the top of the stairs. The strange lady appears to be nowhere in sight.
Okay, I'm still making it towards the count's room if I know where that is.
Yes,
What
you
I'm
do.
gonna
You
do
go up,
if the door's open, what I'm gonna try to do is position myself so the count can see me, but I can duck back if she looks over.
the door to the count's room is closed.
Is there a gap underneath the door? I'm gonna like look under that.
A small gap, but it is dark in the interior.
I'm gonna very carefully put my hand on the doorknob and see if I can open it.
It is locked.
But I know that she was coming here, right?
She was walking down the hall. There are several doors leading down to this room. However, you get this. You were getting the sense that maybe she was making her way to this room
I'm
because
gonna put
there's
my ear against the door.
make a brains check as we welcome Ben into our group.
That was a 1 out of 4.
You don't hear anything. Uh, no voices. Nothing.
Okay. What I'm gonna do then? Shit. Um. Okay. What I'm thinking of doing is calling out, giving him a couple seconds to respond. If he doesn't, I'm gonna bust the door in.
Okay.
Because somebody came up here, and if he's not in the room, somebody else locked the room behind him, unless there's a keyhole on the outside as well. Like
There
where he
is
could have locked it from the outside.
nope. No keyhole on the
Okay.
outside.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, Count, somebody came up here, please answer me, or I gotta break in and make sure you're okay.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay, I'm busting in.
5. You go to bust in, and before you grab the door handle, and as you go to level your shoulder, you hear a voice, a very familiar male voice call out from behind you. All you're gonna do is bust your shoulder. I'd rather not have you do that. And you turn around, and it is the count standing on the far end of the hallway.
Oh, thank God. Somebody came up here. I was scared they were after you. There was a crash. Somebody fell out of something. I don't know. It sounded like a window. And I'm gonna tell him somebody with loose fitting dress, copper and blue on her head, came up here. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
He takes a second and looks at you and goes, "Oh, you must be referring to Celeste Rousseau. She is claims to be a psychic of sorts. She kind of has her way. She kind of looks around the castle and um but she's kind of odd sometimes. She probably retreated to her room, which is probably it's another 3 doors down and onto the right." And sure enough, you look down at 3 doors down, and sure enough, you do see one of the further end doors. The door is slightly creaked open, like somebody had rushed in there really quick, and didn't forget to bother to close it.
Permission to investigate?
He stands at the end of the hallway with his arms crossed. As long as you don't enter her room. She's very picky about people entering her room. But I'm
Yep.
standing right here.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll creep closer, like against the wall, but I'll like listen so that she can't see anything from outside of her room. But I can like pretend I'm doing something else so she comes out.
Okay. You creep up. cre- You take a listen. First couple of seconds, you hear nothing. Then you hear slight weeping from the other side of the door, like a scared crying, like almost like a scared sort of weeping.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna take a couple steps back down the hall away from the room and kind of call out, "Are you okay? I hear somebody crying."
Yes, I just need a few minutes alone. Um, please.
Okay, sweetheart. I'm sorry. If you need me, I'm the one with the yellow hair.
I'll be sure to. I'll be sure to ask you. What might your name be?
Elliot.
Okay, I might talk to you here in a little while, Elliot. I just need some time alone.
Okay, sweetheart. I really would close that door just in case, darling.
You hear like the padding of footsteps as the door closes.
Okay. And I'll walk back over to the count and just let him know that she's having a moment, and I encouraged her to close the door so she didn't have it open.
He simply nods and walks with you down the stairs,
Yeah.
heading out towards the garden.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at this point, I need Ben, Chris, and Kara all to make another brains check.
Oh boy.
1 second.
Okay. Let's just pick at random. Chris, what'd you roll? Oh, okay. Kara, what'd you roll?
A 7 out of 10.
Okay. And finally, Ben.
Believe I rolled a 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4? Okay.
Trying to find my sheet. Sorry.
Nope, you're good. Kara, you're the first one to notice this, but as the people or now people are beginning to run up towards where Victor now lays. Um, Leading the pack is none other than Adele Lambert. She is quickly on her feet. She is as fast running as she possibly can, running towards you, trying to figure out what's going on. However, closely following behind her, which it takes, which you don't recognize, a person you don't recognize, wearing dark clothing, blonde hair, kind of stumbling around a little bit, but seems to be keeping to their feet. Is a young male, probably in his late 20s. Ben, you also notice that you also catch these two individuals, and finally, Chris, after you're kind of lost in thought, looking up at the window before you look over and you recognize the last person running up towards you. It's none other than Lucian Beaumont, kind of stumbling and kind of walking over as they get down. As soon as Adele sees Victor, begins to break down and cry. Um, Pulls up, and Lucian kind of stands over her, puts a hand on her shoulder, and wipes and hands out a handkerchief towards her. As she takes it and rubs it over, dabbing what are other eyes. A few other people show up, but you do notice that the Terry Martin and Emil are not present in amongst the people that have shown up. Other than that, it's you're missing the count and you're missing the head butler as well.
I'm going to actually try to um be between the body and the crowd, um kind of waiting for the butler and the count to come.
Sure,
But I'm essentially trying to be a blockade so that the crime scene doesn't get disturbed any
sure,
more than it already has.
sure.
I'm gonna be
Um,
watching the crowd, seeing if anyone doesn't look surprised or if people are just turning back and walking away.
sure. Kara, I need you to make a brawn check, and Chris, I need you to make a brains check. Kara, what'd you get?
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4. Okay, Caleb or not Caleb? Chris.
2 out of 4.
Okay. Um, you are able to be the blockade, but you do notice that most people, out of respect, are keeping their distance. In fact, the woman crying it's a good. She's still a good ways away. But you're able to, like, you don't have to put forth much effort, but enough to know, just be like, hey, like, probably shouldn't come any closer than this.
Yeah, we're waiting for the count and his butler.
I want to examine the body a little more, see if there's any like defensive wounds or anything like that on the body.
Okay. Ben, you quickly make your way outside. You see what's going on. I need you to make a brains check.
Brains
Chris, you notice that Lucian is acting really, really protective over the woman that he is standing right next to. Like, an excessive amount of comfort. Like, first starts off as like a hand on the shoulder, and then he switches positions, and then it's both hands on the shoulder. He's kind of standing over her, like almost giving her like a bear hug, like almost like this is like he's protecting her almost. And then for Ben, what did you get on your range check?
1 out of 4.
Uh, you
Hmm.
look at it. You looked at Victor, as you now realize that this is in fact Victor that fallen out the window, and
I'm just
that's
fucking
it.
bastard.
He
I'm
was
just-
a
That's
big-
it.
Not that bad.
What happened? What happened?
You
Fuck
hear
Damn window!
What's he trying to learn how to fly?
We don't.
you
Did
would
you
make
drink?
you would make a joke
Maybe.
in a time like this, and you realize that the woman Adele is starting to get kind of fired up, and Lucian is doing his best, but is keeping her kind of calm.
My apologies, mademoiselle.
She just gets up and angrily brushes her tears and storms off. away. As Elliot and the Count make their way out, um, you lead them right up, and Elliot, now you see that it is Victor Durant, and you see the Count kind of, not, no, not, not Victor, not Victor.
Your friend, I take it.
He had some sources I desperately needed for my own personal stuff. He had some access that I was unable to attend for a while, and
I'm sorry.
um,
We'll find who did this. I'm gonna see if he was poisoned.
okay.
And I'll walk over and investigate to see if I smell any kind of like herbs from before, or if I smell anything different. I also want to, because you said he has a look of shock on his face. Did it look like? Is he like frozen in place? Like, does it look like he was paralyzed?
I need you to make, by this point, I need Kara for sure. I also need Elliot now, and Chris to all make grit checks.
I knew this was
Oh.
coming eventually.
Hey, I got an 8 out of 8.
8 out of 8 for Elliot.
Yeah,
Okay.
if Kara got bad, I'm gonna try to protect him.
1 out of 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's
Ooh.
possible, I want to help protect Kara from whatever this is.
Chris, what did you get?
3 out of 8. Well, 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Okay. Ben,
Yes.
I need you also now to make a grit check.
Grit check. Ooh, that's I missed my dice tower. Oh, I got an 8 out of 8.
Nice, we got 2 crits then.
Okay. So, Elliot, you said you're pulling back Kara.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to protect Kara, but I'm also gonna look over and make sure that the Count's okay.
You got to pick.
Shit. Ben, whoever I don't get. I'll get in front of Kara.
Then Chris also failed in his check.
So it's either the Count or me. You best choose.
I would choose Chris.
Okay.
I don't know the Count.
The
Elliot,
Count's our client.
as soon as you walk up to
No.
the body, sulfur hits your nose. A high, very dense sulfur hits your nose.
And I'm gonna scream, "Get back!"
And you notice that Kara had been, while she was sitting there protecting anybody from coming towards, you also noticed that Kara had begun to shift slightly backwards. Like, she at first started about 10 paces away from Victor. She was closer to about 2 when you pulled her back. And Kara, as you kind of get a breath of fresh air, you smell lavender?
Fuck.
Ben, you, upon making, after the woman and Adele and Lucian stormed off, you, ugh, something just, like, really, like, it's not even a smell, actually. It was the grinding of somebody, like, picking at a door, and like somebody grinding in the doorknob, just trying to get it open. That would just, like, almost ear piercing painful, as instinctively you go to cup your ears and you push Chris back, away as the count um actually, let's make this interesting.
No. No.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh no.
As the count takes one step backward, two steps backward, and then falls unconscious.
Whoosh.
Um.
Shit.
Okay. Seeing that, I'm gonna run for the count.
Okay. You go over to the count. Um he's breathing.
I'm gonna smell his breath.
You prop open his mouth, you take a smell. Lavender. Like you smell lavender coming out of his mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna tap into my herbologist stuff and can I think of anything that lavender's used for?
You get the sense that lavender in around this time period mixed with certain ingredients is used to like almost like a freshening of one's breath or to make one smell good. Um you get the sense that he probably used lavender in either like a some sort of like cologne type essence or like in a toothpaste, like if he was cleaning out his teeth.
Okay. So but like I distinctly smelled sulfur, so I know it's sulfur. And I'm gonna yell, everybody stay back, I smell sulfur.
As you turn back, Victor's body is gone.
What the hell happened?
Fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna look around for the head butler. Is he here yet?
You wait like literally as you guys are sitting there, you hear, "What did you guys do to the Count of Monte Cristo?" As you hear a frantic as the head butler comes booking it down the stairs, um, running towards you guys. Um,
Uh,
I
well, there
don't
was
know what
another
happened.
murder.
There was a body. It smelled like sulfur and lavender. It fell out of the window, and then he just dropped.
let me
We need to
back
get him
away,
somewhere safe.
back away, back away. We're not going to move him just yet. As he puts his ear on his heart, and he listens to his breath for a second, and "Mm, you two," and he points to Ben and Chris. "You two, one grab his feet, one of you cradle his head. Do not drop him. Go into the back door. Go into the back door. There is a extra set of secret stairs leading from the back door up to the upstairs. You are to sneak him into his room and put him into his bed. Is that understood?"
I nod and cradle
nod.
his head.
I grab his feet. I
Protect him.
legit, of course. Hey, Chris, how are we gonna know what the stairs are if they're secret?
The butler
You
just told us.
the secret stairs. I mean, there's only one way you can access these secret stairs. Through the back door. Do I tell
Okay.
anybody else about the back door?
That's
Of course.
wonderful. I'm gonna look over at the butler. The body's gone. Somebody took it while we were helping the count. It smelled like sulfur and lavender. It was Victor.
He as soon as you say sulfur for the second time, sulfur, you say?
Yes, sulfur and lavender. Almost like the lavender was put there to cover the sulfur up potentially.
I'm gonna motion Ben for us to head out.
I tell, hey, Chris, get the door. You're the one going to be closest to the door.
Oh,
We gotta
the
get to
people
the door.
the people that weren't here when we came here was just you, the count, Terry Martin, and Emil. And then Celeste was she's crying upstairs in her room. So those are the people that are unaccounted for right now. But the body was gone, so the person could have been here. Was there any blood coming from the body? Because if there was, I'd like to follow it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll look, because if he fell out of a window, my hope is that on the way down he got cut, and perhaps I can find something.
Okay, I need you to make a brains check.
1 out of 4, but I make the knowledge known that I'm looking for blood.
You find nothing. Nothing, no blood, nothing to indicate that he bled as he fell out the window.
Okay, I'm gonna look up at the window. What room is that? Do you know?
That is Victor Duran's room.
What number? I need to go up and check it out.
Number 27.
Okay, I don't think I should go alone. Is there anybody that can tag with me?
I'll come with you. The boy
Okay.
Scott.
I'm gonna look at the butler. Be careful, be safe, and then we're
I
gonna
looked at-
go.
And I'm sure as we kind of, Chris and I just kind of look at them as they run into the house, and still holding the count, and like, can you get the door to the back door?
Hey,
Yeah.
Can you open up that back door, Butler?
he walks over, he opens up the back door as he escorts you, like peering around corners as he leads you guys up the stairs to the count's room.
Okay, one of us needs to stand guard outside this room when we get there.
I mean, I'm the
you-
blacksmith, so I got the brawn.
We're carrying the body.
You guys are the hand of the count. You guys need to go investigate the mansion. Here is the full list of all the guests that were supposed to be attending last night. And he hands you, one of you holds it out towards somebody.
Which group?
I'm
He
gonna
handed-
take it
Okay.
because I think he went with us, right?
Yeah, he went with you.
Okay.
He went with Ben and Chris. As he
I'm gonna tell the butler, go, hey, be careful, Lucian. He's hanging around Adele a little too closely.
them star-crossed lovers.
Yeah.
You must realize that Adele does not share reciprocate her feelings.
I
Go.
understand this.
You
We'll
two,
go to
you two-
investigate. You take care of him.
Go.
Chris,
go.
come on. This guy's getting heavy. Come on, let's go.
We've already put him on the bed.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Yep.
That
We put him on the.
I'm still just holding on to the count's
I'm
legs.
grabbing Ben by the collar of his shirt and pulling him out.
Hey, damn it.
Lock
Okay.
the door behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell the butler to lock the door on the inside so no one can get in.
Okay. And you, as soon as you step outside the door, you happen to see Cara and Elliot like walk past you, and you realize that the count's door, where you guys put him in, is up one flight and 2 doors down from where Elliot and Cara's room was. Like where Elliot and Cara.
So
they
fairly
went.
close.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
the flight of stairs is really far up, but
The flight of stairs, you get the sense, is about 40 feet away from the remainder of the bedrooms.
yeah, so fast
like
enough to hurry.
Like probably take a full-grown man, probably a good solid 10 minutes to run from the count's room to the farthest door at the end of the hallway at a full neck run. But from where you guys are, it'd probably take like 2 minutes.
Okay. So it is a pretty long stairway.
It is a pretty long stairway. Elliot and Cara, as you guys approach the room, both of you give me brains first, followed by either brawn. Yeah, we'll make it brawn checks as well.
I don't like that you make make them roll twice in a row.
We're stepping it up.
2 out of 4 for brains, 8 out of 10
Okay.
for brawn.
5 out of 10 for brains. 1 out of 4 for brains.
Okay, you guys notice. Upon first thing you notice is that the door to Victor's room is at a creak. It's open. As you push open the door and do you guys step inside or do you guys wait outside?
Knowing that sulfur is involved, I'm gonna take a deep breath before I get inside.
Okay.
going to actually follow Elliot's lead and take a deep breath and try to hold it
Okay.
as I step inside.
You take a step into the room and you hear really quickly dun, 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 poof, and as you realize only too late, except for Elliot, as they were able to turn their head just at the right moment as a figure bowls Kara over and makes their way out of the room. You reach out instinctively to try and grab and hold them, but
Yeah, I
all
want to at
you
least
get
get some
is
fabric or something.
you hear a as you rip off a piece of fabric as the door closes in behind you guys,
And we
putting
see
you in the
this from
room.
up above, right?
Do you guys look down? Or I just told you
Oh,
guys where you happen to see Chris, you happen to see Kara and Elliot
I mean,
go
if
I
they
would
would
have
have heard the
watched.
bumps, maybe.
Yeah, I would have heard it, but I also would have watched to see which room they went in, and so I would have noticed that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I would
immediately
have
I'm gonna
followed.
start banging to get the door open so I can chase this person.
Okay, Ben and Chris, I need you guys to make brain checks. Chris,
3 out of 4.
okay,
I
Ben.
also got a 3 out of 4.
Okay, you notice a figure in a dark and wearing dark clothes and some sort of cape or cowl over their head. However, I will say that you do realize that this is probably either they are of athletic build, as they quickly bolt out of the room and then down away from the staircase, like
I'm gonna point to
down.
Ben so that we both know to go chase the person.
Okay,
I nod and I start taking off after him.
okay, you guys make your way down the stairs. As you guys run by the room, you hear dun, 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 as you realize Elliot and Kara are now banging on the door as you guys are
I'd
running past.
motion
Oh,
Ben
I'm
to
trying to
move
break
on.
down that door.
I
Yeah, I'm
keep
trying to
I
break
keep
it down.
Break down the door.
I
Okay,
keep
make
chasing
brawn
the
checks.
suspect.
I'm gonna try
Make
to
brawn
open the
check.
door.
3 out of 4.
6 out of
Straight.
10.
Okay, you guys sitting there, dun, 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 and one of you grabs the doorknob to like kind of throw your shoulder into it, and the doorknob turns.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bolt it past like to wherever I heard those footsteps going.
Okay, you notice as you see Ben running down the hallway as you notice Kara on the other side. As you open up the door, you see Chris standing right there, about ready to like knock the door down, ready to go into the door.
Whoa. We're good. We're good. Let's go.
I'm gonna go the I'm gonna try to go the opposite way back around. I know it's gonna be a little bit longer, but I'm gonna see if I can find a different way
Okay.
to see it since we're going around.
Yeah, to cut
Okay.
him off.
GM, I have a question.
Yes.
How far? Well, it's actually 2 questions. How far away is he from me, like in terms of distance of running? And is there anything I can grab and throw at him?
Okay. First thing is
Do
he's
it.
staying. They are staying about. Always seem to be about 30 feet ahead of you. Always about 30 feet. Like
Okay.
they got a good head start because you guys were up on that balcony. By the time you guys got down to the door, they had already reached the end of the hallway.
Fuck,
Or
somebody watch the room.
They have already reached the end of the hallway, and they pivoted right to head down another hallway. When you got there,
Okay.
secondly, I need you to make a brains check and I need you to make it at disadvantage. So I need you to roll it at a higher dice level because
Um,
you are trying to run and chase after him, and you're quickly looking around trying to find something that you can use to throw it at him.
so would
Ben.
that be a D8?
If you roll, what's your what's your brains?
Brains is
Level.
a 4, legendary.
And yes, then it is a D8.
And you want me to roll a disadvantage or just the
That
one
is
roll?
disadvantage. That is
Okay.
disadvantage.
7 out of 8.
You see an expensive looking vase about halfway down on the right side, about the size of your palm. Good, like it's about like a football, about the good size of like a football.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to attempt to throw it at him, try and see if I can hit him and knock him down. so I can
Okay.
catch up with him.
Okay. So right now he has turned down the hallway. You grab this vase. You go down the other side of hallway, and you see him. So right now, I need you to make a brawn check to throw this vase 30 or something feet down this hallway to try and nail this target as he's about to turn
Braun,
the
you
corner.
said?
Brawn, yes. You are
Would,
actively throwing something.
would it be a disadvantage because it's kind of like I don't have a lot of time to
Are you
throw it?
Are you running and throwing it, or are you like stopping, rearing back, and then like taking a
I would
second?
say okay. I would say I'm stopping so I can get
Okay, if
actually
you're
try and hit.
stopping, if you are stopping, you make it a straight roll. If you're throwing it on the run, it would be a disadvantage as you're trying to throw a foreign object while on the run.
Hey, I'm
I'll
still chasing the guy too, so.
I'll
Okay.
stop and I will take aim with him. So that would be a D8 for me since my brawn is master.
Okay. Elliot, are you chasing going the same direction as Ben, or are you running the opposite direction with Chris down the back hallway?
I'm running the
down
same
the
way
other-
as Ben, but I'm like keeping over to the side to try to keep the thing clear for him.
Okay.
So like not as
Does-
fast as I could be going because I'm trying to stay over to the side so that he gets a clear shot, but I'm still
Okay.
chasing him.
So at this point, you have passed Ben as he has stopped now to throw this vase. Correct? Or are you staying back
Yeah.
and watching him or watching
Yeah,
him?
I'm still following.
No,
just in
I'm
case.
telling Elliot keep going because I need you to grab him when I hit him. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As
tackle this dude if I get him.
I'm gonna wind back and I'm gonna throw.
Okay. Roll.
Don't smack me in the head, please.
Don't be in that one. Please don't be in that one. Please don't be
He's
in
making a
that
face.
one.
I think it was. What? Which one was it?
Nat one. A
Yes.
nat one.
Oh, great.
no.
Great.
You hear back
Great.
and you're like, okay, I've got this. Dun 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 dun. As you throw it, poof, Elliot, right in the back.
Oh.
I just fall
Right.
face first.
Poof.
Ah.
And
Keep running!
as the culprit
I
books it down the hallway. And then,
I-
Kara, let me ask you this real quick. Are you going with Chris? Are you going with Ben and Elliot? Or are you staying at the room? Because, Chris, I thought you were running in the opposite direction down the
I am.
hall. Okay.
Yes, I am.
I'm staying at the room to make sure nobody else goes in, so we can investigate the room. And I have
Okay, so you're staying at
anybody
the room?
disturbing the. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a grit check, please.
Oh, son of a
Oh.
bitch.
Fuck, they probably got the nightshade.
That's a 4 out of 8.
Okay. Lavender once again begins to emanate from the room, but this time you're able to catch it and know that it's somewhat of an attractive smell, and you're like, nope, and you instinctively plug your nose. And then almost you hear a strange coming from inside the room.
Oh shit, that's fire.
I actually pull up my shirt to cover my nose, and I'm gonna peek in.
Okay.
Like,
You peek into the darkened room. Except for the light coming in from the broken window and the doorway, you can't see much into this room. You begin to look around, and you see two things. I need you to make a brains check with advantage, please.
brains check with advantage. That's a 10 out of 10.
Woo!
Okay. So you peek into the room and you see on a like what would be like a makeshift dresser or a wood box, what or one would be one to put an extra set of clothes in, two knives sitting blood soaked on top of the dresser, a butcher block knife and a short 2-inch blade knife sitting on the dresser.
Sounds like somebody's getting revenge to me.
Chris, you began to book it down this hallway backwards, and you can hear footsteps running towards you.
I'm gonna keep running as I'm gonna be prepared to either knock someone out or have to jump down a flight just to catch someone.
Okay, you're coming towards a hallway with no staircase. Like
Okay.
you're coming into like a T section in a hallway. You get the sense that the person running or footsteps you're hearing the footsteps are coming towards you from the you're coming from the right side of the T, they're coming from the middle.
All right. I'm gonna look for something to. I'm gonna follow Ben's and hopefully actually hit this person, as I'm
Okay,
not gonna care who it is right now.
make a brains check.
2 out of 4.
Okay, you kind of stop, look over, you see a nice looking vase. This
We're all
this
gonna
one's
be links at this point.
this one's a little bit bigger, roughly about the size of a um oh I would say yeah, about the size of a about the size of a football. A little bit bigger.
All right. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. I'm gonna try to run a little bit closer to get know within my range I can throw before I stop and prepare to throw it on whoever's gonna pass by that T section.
Okay. You take a step, rear back as you hear
Secret fucking door.
I'm gonna go run up, hearing that, and I'm gonna start patting on walls and everything so I can feel where it's hollow and where it's not.
you look down the hallway and there are 27 doors in this hallway.
I'm gonna try them all
Okay.
with the vase in my hand.
Okay. Elliot, you are running down this hallway and you hear
After
all of a sudden you just felt this sharp little as you get hit by a vase in the back as you topple. You tell Ben to chase after. You get back up, kind of shake it off. You guys both look down the hallway and you can see 27 doors and you see a familiar figure at the end of the hallway. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And you see
Okay.
Chris at the far end of the hallway knocking on doors. Dun dun dun.
I'm not even gonna knock. I'm gonna open. I'm not gonna go in anyone's door, but I'm just gonna start opening.
First door. Lock. Second door. Lock. The third door. Slowly opens.
Do I see anybody?
It's pretty dark in that room.
Someone get my back.
I run up. I'm like, I got you.
First, I'm gonna look and make sure there's nobody in bed or anything.
This is not a bedroom.
Oh, what kind of room is it? Can I tell?
You take one step inside, and you realize that this is the washing room. all the clothes are neatly folded. There is no dirty pile. Everything, all the clothing, all the washing has been done for today. Every single outfit that you see is lined up on a dresser or a like ready to be distributed out to the guests or whoever is staying here. Um, Usually various butler and maid outfits folded up nicely. Um, Also ready to be distributed out to everybody. The washing pail is clean. And there are no clothes and you see thin bits of wire, but you get the sense that this is where they would air dry the clothes. But there's nothing hanging around, nor is nothing in the washing pail.
Do I see the cowl? Like the hood?
Nope, nope. You just see a
All right.
pile of fresh, clean clothes.
I'm gonna start looking for hidden doors, or if I smell any sulfur. Uh, since I couldn't really think of anything for lavender except for like maybe to cover up a smell. I'm also gonna see if they have like storage for the lavender and see if I can find any sulfur in there, perhaps.
Okay. You do a bit of checking around. You take a second to look, and you open up one of the cupboards, and you see fresh lavender. However, you do realize that this is also something that you can be used in soap to help clean. Um,
Yeah, I'm more
you
like
also
I'm gonna like dig in it to see if it's covering another smell up, basically.
After a second or two, you realize it's just a plain thing of lavender. That's not covering up anything.
Okay, you guys keep looking at other doors. I'm not sure if this is the right one. I'm gonna keep investigating.
I
I
go
wasn't
off and
with you.
move.
I was still pounding on other doors.
Okay.
I go to another door.
Okay. So Ben, you go to another door. As it opens up.
I cautiously stick my head in and see if I can.
Okay. You stick your head in. I need you to make a bronze check.
Brawn check.
Yep.
Okay, that
Oh no,
is
you're about to get
yeah,
smacked by a girl.
probably 5 out of 8.
Investigating a crime scene, ma'am.
Okay. You peek in. You kind of peek your head in. As the door all of a sudden goes to resist against you. But you're able to kind of hold the door open, and then before you hear a woman's voice, "Excuse me, what are you
Oh,
doing barging into my room?"
sorry, madame or mademoiselle. Just we're
Are you
pursuing the
serious?
suspect.
First you make a joke about my friend's death, and now you
God.
seek to enter my room.
I'm very sorry, madam. Very sorry. Very, very sorry. Pursuing somebody. Very sorry. Thank you. Is there anybody else okay?
Can you leave me alone, please?
Well, have you seen anybody suspicious running through the hallways or anything like
I've
that?
been in my room crying. Can you just leave me alone?
Is Lucian there as well?
What do you care about Lucian?
Well, just trying to see
Can
if
you
he's
just
there.
get out?
Am I able, GM? Am I able to see anywhere, kind of like past her in the room, see if
Oh no.
Lucian's there?
Oh no. Oh
So
no.
first off, by this point, you're getting about a half look view into the room. From the brief little light that is flowing into the room, you can't see anybody else into the room.
You're about to get slapped, man.
Just back out. Just back out.
I start to back. I'm very sorry. Not me. Not trying to intrude. Just we're pursuing the suspect. Very sorry. Thank you.
As you hear the door close and lock.
Okay.
Chris,
That's interesting though, because she did close and I think she locked the door when I told her to. So she must have came back out.
No, that was the seer. This is the Adeline that was with Lucian.
Oh, they were both crying then.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
So, Chris,
Victor was Adeline's friend. I'm
you try
listening.
the first.
Sorry.
You go. First door locked. Next door locked. Go to the third door. Also locked. You go to the fourth door. As it opens up.
I'm gonna poke my head in, but I'm gonna hold that vase ready just to smack anyone.
You you take a step into the room. Also, like you're only getting light coming in from the hallway. You see a darkly lit room, but after you open the door, you hear a match being struck and a candle being lit. I knew I dropped that somewhere. And you hear a very familiar voice. This is Lucian as he lights a candle. Christopher, uh, I, I'm looking to get a drink soon. Do you care to
You're,
join me in having a drink?
I think you might not want to drink right now.
I need to drink. My friend just died, and the woman, the love of my life, has rejected me. So yes, I need to drink.
Tell me, I heard someone just run in and lock a door recently. Was that near your door?
It did not come past me. I heard somebody enter their door or enter the room and lock it. But
Did he?
I'm also hearing screaming from 3 doors down, or from quite a few many doors down. Somebody disturbed Adeland. That's never a wise idea.
Probably not. Do I get any sense that he may be trying to lie to me about
Make
the door?
make a charm check.
You'll get advantage since I'm a uh, scientist, social scientist. I'm kidding. Where is my D8? 6 out of 8.
Okay. You look at him. He doesn't appear to be hiding anything other than his grief. While he wasn't too sad about Victor dying, he is sad that he did get rejected by um, the love of his life. And you get the sense that yes, he's intent on drinking.
Well, I was meaning about the door, where he heard the door.
You also get the sense that he is not trying to hide on where the door was closing.
I look at him and go, when I finish what I kind of need to do for the count real quickly, may join you on that drink so we can talk later.
Excellent. As you see him reach into a drawer and pull out like two glasses. One is for you, my friend. And he puts it on the counter. And he looks around for a second before reaching up into a like a cupboard nearby and pour himself. You hear him like uncork the bottle and pour himself a drink.
I'm gonna go out and continue pounding on doors,
Okay,
knowing that one of these is locked, but I could possibly hear scuttering if they hear someone pounding.
sure. Kara,
Yeah.
upon your discovery of seeing two bloody knives on top of the dresser, what are you doing?
Well, still having my my shirt over my nose and trying to block out any smell or whatever. I'm going to investigate the room.
Okay, I need you to make a brains check.
Oh, that's a 4 out of 10.
You look around, and other than seeing the knives, which are what you were looking for before, the day prior, you're so caught up in that you don't realize anything else in the room. Nothing of value that would catch your eye, I guess.
I'm going to take a closer look and see how the knives look like if they were put there purposely or if it looks like somebody like kind of chucked them there, because they got interrupted. putting them there.
Okay. Are you grabbing a hold of the knives or are you just looking at them?
I'm just looking at them. I ain't touching them.
Okay. They were put there, but not long enough for dust to settle around the around them. So they've been there for a little bit.
So them being placed there was very recent.
Correct.
Okay, so
And somebody's slacking off in their butler duty.
yeah, so it was very recent that they were put there. Can I tell how recently? Like
Are
if
you gonna
so
pick up the are you gonna pick them up?
I'm gonna
Because
I'm
you
gonna
cannot
look around
the only
for
thing I'm
a
going
cloth
okay.
to
The only
pick them
thing I'm
up
going
with.
to say is that without picking up and holding them, you cannot tell how long they have been sitting there.
Yeah. I'm actually going to like look around for a cloth to pick them up with because I don't know what's on them other than the blood. So I'm trying not to get poisoned here.
Okay.
Uh so I am looking around for something to pick them up with
Okay.
so that
Uh,
I'm trying to be as careful as I can be.
so you look around. It takes you a minute, and then you realize that the weapons in question are sitting on top of our dresser. You open up and you see like a button up undershirt laying in the top in the first drawer.
All right, I'm going to use that. I'm going to like kind of wrap my hand and like pick up one of the knives while I'm still
Okay.
covering those. So I'm just like, all right,
You
so
as
yeah.
soon as you grab the hold of the handle, it is extremely warm to the touch. Like very, 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 very recently, somebody had put these there.
Oh, so that's fresh blood.
No, somebody was trying to frame him.
Okay, yeah, okay. So whoever this was framing him.
And I need you to make a charm check.
Here. Ah, okay. Well,
Come on,
11 out of
honey.
12.
Okay.
Just I know
As
you can be
you
charming.
as you hear as the door opens wide and you see a butler standing in the doorway looking at you, holding the bloody knife in your hand, and he goes, and he points towards you.
I'm investigating for the count.
Okay. So, okay. So
It
you're
looks like
investigating.
somebody was trying to frame Victor because these are still very warm to the touch.
Okay. Well, why are you covering your nose?
Potential poison as well.
Uh, like
I'd
the
suggest
lavender
you
smell?
cover
The
no
lavender smell?
sulfur.
I don't smell any sulfur. I just know that Victor really liked the smell of lavender.
There
I
was a sulfur smell on his body, um, and lavender was trying to be used to cover it up. So I would suggest holding your breath
He
or
takes a
grab your
second,
mouth.
make a charm check.
Oh God.
He's like wanting to kind of help you, but at the same time you're trying to persuade him to like he's also trying to like
That
read
was a
you as
4
well.
out of 12.
He takes a second and he goes, "Not that I don't believe you, but I believe that you are trying to hide something. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to
I
take a step into the room." As he steps into the room, he begins to look around. He goes to the far side of the room. He lights a candle. That way you get more light into the room. He looks
Shit.
around, making sure nothing is disturbed, and then just looks to you and he says, "Are you happy now?"
You would you would you would see me like very cautiously pull down my shirt as like, okay, maybe I was being overtly cautious, but with murders going on, can you blame me?
I need you to make a brawn check.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh god.
okay.
Now I will also say, if it's been a while in the laundry room and I haven't found anything, I'm gonna start circling back to find one of them.
Th- th- 3 out of 4.
Okay. Elliot, you take a moment or two. You look around. Not again, other than basic cleaning stuff. You just get the sense that this is probably their washing room. And
Yeah.
you do pass Ben coming awkwardly out of a room. Um,
What did you
Adeline.
do,
and
Ben? Can't hear you.
I didn't do anything. You have no proof I didn't do anything. Bye.
Kara, as you are sitting there talking to this butler, face to face, you as he goes, maybe being a little overly cautious, but and you see a silver knife hit him straight in the chest from the open doorway.
Would I
You
see
turn
that
and
since I'm
look.
coming?
You turn to look, and you see a pair of fleeting footsteps heading out, heading out and away from the room. You hear the
Shit! Shit!
If I see who that is, I'm booking it towards him.
So at this point, Kara's the only one that has any sort of like seeing who potentially this person is. However, the man that has been struck with a knife isn't dead. He's just been a knife thrown at him, hit him right in the chest. Um, None of you. So unless Kara is going to scream or shout, you the only one that can do anything at this moment in time is Kara.
You hear me scream for Chris.
I hear
Okay.
my name.
And I'm going to put my hands like this around the knife and try to stop any blood flow from coming out of the wound.
Okay. So
I'm
you go
gonna
over there.
just demand Ben to go the other way, back the way he came, and I go back around.
I listen and I go.
I'm gonna run with Chris.
You're gonna run with Chris. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, you look. You are booking it back towards the hallway when you see a figure uh, clad in black with no cape or cowl this time, but you're catching him from the back, literally leap over the railing and down a flight of stairs, making their way
Oh, my
down.
wife's gonna kill me. Oh, my wife's gonna kill me. Elliot, go to my wife, and I'm gonna
Oh, I am.
do the same thing.
I'm gonna kill
Hey,
him.
make a brawn check.
I'm
My
gonna
wife's-
kill him.
Kara, my idea is we need to get this butler somewhere and we need to heal him up really quick if we can.
7 out of 10.
I'm the herbologist, so I think we need to take him downstairs to the kitchen where we can help him with those herbs.
Okay.
Maybe
Chris
if we can.
leaps. Chris leaps off the railing. Kind of execute a military role. Ben, you just watch as Chris. You see Elliot go into the Kara's room or go into the room Kara's in. You see Ben. You see Chris just like foot on the railing, like jump off, like barrel and chase after the figure in black as they run down another hallway.
damn.
Come on,
And I
Ben.
just keep like, I'm starting a little out of breath, and I just keep going after him. Bitch.
Okay, are you chasing after Chris like the same way, or are you going down the stairs?
I'm going down the stairs. I'm not all about that acrobatic life.
Okay.
No. Wait. GM. I want to slide down the railing.
Make a
There's probably like 12 poles on the way down.
grit check.
A grit check? Okay.
Or a
Those
grit
things
check.
don't not have supports.
Okay.
Make
so
a grit
that's
check.
That is
gonna
a
hurt.
okay. 5
so
out of
glad I
8.
said
5 out of
that.
8.
5 out of 8. Okay, so you hop on the railing. You realize you get this. You get the idea. Hey, rather than run down all these stairs and potentially trip over them, I should just slide down. So you get up there. You start sliding down. It starts getting a little warm.
Ow. Shit. Ah, son of a bitch. Ow. Ow.
So, make a brawn check.
A brawn check. Okay. Okay, that's a D8 as well. Oh no.
Oh no.
I got a 2 out of 8.
Oh, he's hitting a pole.
You are sliding down, and it is really warm. It burns. You go to reach out and grab a hold of the railing to kind of like stop your descent, and burn. After a couple seconds of intense burning, you fall off for like 4 feet, land on your back,
Ow. Ow. Mommy.
and you can feel wind blowing, like a nice cool air breezing through the backside of your pants.
Um, I just kind of lay there and I'm like, Pam, help me.
You just hear a loud booming voice cry out, "You're grounded!" And then
Is it a fucking cobalt here? I get up. I just like weirdly get up, and I'm like, I kind of feel the back of my pants. I'm like, oh, you need pants, and I just
bare ass.
Cover it up with your shirt.
yeah, I just kind of tuck my shirt in as deep as I can, and I kind of start hobbling to where I saw Chris go.
okay, we go back up to Elliot and Kara. Elliot, you run into the room and you see a butler laying down. Kara's over there holding the knife, making sure it's stable.
I'm gonna immediately kneel down, take the butler's hand. We need to get him somewhere. We need to get him to a medical wing. Something. I need plants. I need something. We have to get him out.
I don't think we should move him. We could dislodge the knife, and that would be extremely bad.
Yeah.
Idiot.
How deep is it? Is it really deep?
You make a brains check.
2 out of 4.
You get the sense that the tip of the blade has entered his skin. However, it has hit him directly in the sternum. So his gasps of air and slow breathing, you realize he got hit directly in the sternum. So the knife, while it hasn't hit any vital organs, did definitely knock the wind out of him.
Okay, I know it's hard. Keep breathing, and I'm gonna look over at Kara. It hit his sternum.
Yeah, like directly right into his sternum.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
that. And unless that was a really hard thrown, it's not going to do much damage.
Pull it out. Pull it out.
Okay, and I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna grab like a cloth. If I have to rip my own like pants or something to do it, I'm going to. And I'm gonna get ready to put pressure on this wound so he doesn't start bleeding out.
Oh,
Okay.
my hands are like right there. Like I'm doing this around the knife so I can keep it stable. But I'm gonna like shift my hands a little bit so that I don't get nicked by the knife. as you pull it
Yeah,
out,
and
and then I'm going to quickly press on the wound
yeah.
when you pull it out.
Okay. Elliot, are you pulling it out?
Yep, I'm gonna do exactly what she said. Get her ready with the cloth and pull it out.
As soon as you pull it out, okay.
You're okay.
Are
We
you
got you.
Are you okay?
And I'll take his hand again.
Make sure there's no poison on that knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the knife and check on it.
Give me a brains check, please.
2 out of 4.
The blade is got a slightly greenish hue on it.
Okay, we need to get him down into the apothecary room now.
Shit. All right.
As he,
Sir, I'm going to lift you up, and we are carrying you.
Let me know
As-
if you feel anything at all.
as you go to pick him up, he goes to take a step forward. I can't feel my legs.
Okay, paralyzed. This has to be the same shit that was used on. Oh, fuck. Okay. Do I have any like plants on my person that might be able to help a little bit with the immediate effects?
You make a no. I will say that you have some plants. However, your biggest thing is you do realize that you do have some orchids in your pouch, in one of your pouches, and you get the sense that the smell of orchids will help with any like lingering poison effects. As long as, but he has to keep smelling it.
Okay, so I'm gonna guide my hand to his mouth. Keep breathing, it will help. All right, let's get him down there. We got to figure out how to fix this poison.
Yep.
As you limp down the stair, take him down the stairs. You guys do make your way to the apothecary room. Chris,
I also want to shit. I want to bring the knife so I have the poison, but I don't want people to see us with the knife just in case.
the you get
I'll wipe
you
the blade on a cloth and bring the cloth with me.
okay. So you drop the knife in the room, and you take the cloth with the blood and the
Yeah,
greenish
because
hue.
it's a little bit easier to hide it, and I can still reference that green color.
Okay, you take it downstairs. Chris, you are 20 feet behind the suspect. I need you to make a brawn check for me, please.
Yep. 4 out of 10.
You are running. He breaks down, goes down the hallway. As you turn, he didn't see that corner and trips up, and he kind of, but he's able to kind of pick himself up. You have now narrowed the gap from 4 feet or from 20 feet to 10 feet. You are rapidly gaining on him.
I'm
If
gonna
you
see if I can push myself any harder just to catch up to him.
okay, I need
Well,
another
I'm
brawn.
also trying to see a more distinctive figure so I can identify him better from the back.
Okay, I need a brawn check from you.
9 out of 10.
Okay, as this figure manages to kind of keep their kind of lose their feeding again. You've narrowed the field with you kind of just digging in real deep into yourself, and you began chasing. You are now within arm's reach of this person. I need you to make one last brawn check for me, please.
He's 2 out of 10.
Okay. You go to reach out, and as you're reaching out, he grabs one of the doors, and as you go to reach out for him, you slam right into one of the doors. Unfortunately, because of where the hinges are, it opens up into the hallway, and so you are literally you bounce into the door, and you kind of stumble back as as he breaks free down into one of the one of the doors at the far end of the hallway. He cracks it open, he throws it open, and he begins running towards the runs into the room.
I'm gonna go to that room still.
Okay. You run into the room and you see that he You hear a loud crash as he breaks out one of the windows. As he jumps through,
Oh, my wife's gonna kill me. I'm gonna run to the window. If I can jump it, I'm jumping it.
okay, make a brawn check.
I love you, honey. Oh no. That's a 2 out of 10.
Oh god.
Oh, this is gonna
Um,
hurt.
as the person jumps through, you go to jump, and your foot catches on the window sill. As
Oh,
your
this is gonna
hand,
hurt.
you go to grab something to hold, and you grab a broken piece of glass and give your hand a nice cut open as you tumble out the window. The person books it for the far side of the lawn and runs out of sight as they make their way around the other side of the mansion.
And I'm probably pretty winded at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife's gonna kill me. Because I'm gonna be dead tired and slowly trying to pick myself up as I'm just gonna call for. I don't know if he would be able to hear me, but call for Sebastian as well as Ben. Because I have no idea where Ben went.
I kind of start making my way over toward where I last.
It takes you approximately 2.5 minutes to catch up to Chris. Ben, with you kind of hobbling. It takes you a few minutes. You get over there. You get over there. Chris, you see Ben hobbling towards you.
Chris, what happened? Are you okay?
No, I fell. He jumped out. I tried to jump out. I cut my hand and I fell on my back.
Jesus, Chris, you whatever. I look around. Do I don't see him? Do
He's
I?
gone.
He's
He's
gone.
gone.
Okay. All right. I bend down and I take a look at his hand and see if I can kind of staunch any bleeding and kind of wrap it around. If I have to, I'm gonna need a new outfit anyway, so I try and rip my sleeve off my shirt and try and like wrap Chris's hand up.
Let's
Sure.
get up to the count. We need to make sure he's still okay.
Yeah, okay. And I kind of pull Chris up and I kind of like, come on, and I kind of turn and start leading him on.
We're gonna try to hobble our way up to the count, hopefully bypassing my wife.
Yeah.
The path that you take does not run into your wife or Elliot.
God.
As you make your way upstairs to the count, and you can hear, you go and you knock on his door. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I
we're gonna
knocked.
knock.
Monsieur Count, are you there? Wait, wasn't he? I looked at
the-
Chris. Wasn't he unconscious?
The
He
count is
was
still asleep.
unconscious.
The count is still asleep, Monsieur.
Oh.
Do tell me what. He's still asleep. What can I do for you?
Let us
Oh,
in. We got some information to tell you, and I need a sit.
I
I'm
need
sorry,
more
but you cannot
pants.
enter. I'm sorry, but right now it is not a good time for you to enter the room.
Listen, we need to talk to the Count. Wake him up.
The
It's important.
count is unfortunately unconscious, Ben. That whatever that was put him unconscious. Now, as for I understand you don't want us in, but you understand my mindset as of currently why I would think to best be in.
You hear kind of like a heavy sigh. Followed by a different voice. It is okay. They can come in.
Who's that?
You hear the door open up, and the butler's opening the door to let you into the room.
We're
Kinda
gonna
just-
hobble in as I'm
Yeah.
curious about this new voice.
Yeah, same
Okay.
here.
Okay. You take a step inside, and you look down. You see the count fast asleep on the bed. You see a figure sitting in the far corner of the room, sitting in a chair, They are wearing black shoes, black slacks, a dark blue vest with a white shirt, and a small blue tie. They are wearing a nice trim. They have very trimmed facial hair and medium to long length brown hair sitting in the chair. As you two enter, he just looks up at you. Ben, Chris, it's been a while.
And a factor.
Correct.
I close the door behind me and lock it just because I don't trust
Oh,
anyone else coming up into the room.
uh, Chris, you and Ben, I was actually ecstatic when, you know, I hear you guys playing games, playing detective. It's always fun and fascinating and interesting.
It will shock you if you're gonna be smartass.
Oh, why would you
I'll
smart?
I'll help him.
You would smack me. And he turns to the butler and he goes, "Hey, I need some time alone. Can you see, can you give us a moment?" And he takes a step outside. He unlocks the door, opens up. He stands, you can hear him like take a step outside the door. He can't probably listen in, but as he closes the door behind you, and he goes, "Now to business." And he kind of turns to both of you and he goes, "I really thought after playing RPG games with my dad that you would get a better sense on who I am." And that's where we're going to take a break. So hang with us. We'll be back in a little bit. All right. We are back. We now turn our attention to Kara and Elliot down in the alchemy room as they are trying to keep a poisoned or what appears to be a poisoned butler alive. You guys make your way to the alchemy room and you get him up on a table. He's still smelling the orchid. But you get the sense, Elliot, that the orchid has begun to lose its effect by him smelling it. And you get him down and you start looking around at other plants. I need you to make me a brains check
Okay.
for me, please.
2 out of 4.
Okay. You take a second and you concoct up a short-term healing potion, which will nullify the effects. Um, uh, over you can either do one of two. You can make a short-term potion, which it takes you a couple minutes to make, but it will take longer for the effects to wear off before the potion would take effect. Or you can make a longer term potion, which it will take you longer to make, but the relief should be felt almost instantaneously. But it will require you to make more of an time and effort, and you're not quite sure how long he's got before he succumbs.
I'll look over at him and I'll tell him his options. I'll let the decision be his.
Hurry, short.
Okay, I'll make the short term.
Okay, so you make the short term. Takes you a couple of minutes. You kind of whip up this batch of potion, and you get it to him, and he takes a swig of it, and he kind of lays up on the table, and he's like, it takes probably about a solid 10 minutes before he and he begins to breathe more normally.
Okay. And then while he's kind of like starting to be able to breathe again, I'm going to check the stab wound and make sure he doesn't need stitches or something taken out of there or anything.
Okay. I need both you and Kara to make brains checks for me, please.
4 out of 4.
Nice. Kara.
8 out of 10.
Okay. You pull back the hand, Kara, you pull back your hands. When you look at the stab wound, Elliot, you can see that this was a very lethal dose of poison, and that without your quick thinking of the orchid, that you were able to essentially save his life. You do not think he would be able to make it down to the alchemy room, as the area around where the knife wound is already darkened in color. So I need you to add a clue point to your sheet as you have uncovered that this was indeed the same poison that was used to kill Etienne
Okay.
Dupont. Kara, when you look at it, you see the discoloration. You're like, okay, probably not the greatest. But then you look at the knife wound itself, and even though only the tip of the blade and a little bit managed to hit his sternum, the tip of the blade had a sawtooth edge to it. And that you get the sense that um, that this knife or whatever was used was indeed it's a very unique knife. Most knife blades on the end are like smooth, kind of for a smoother cutting, whereas like the middle of the blade is where you're going to have the teeth. It's almost like the reverse opposite of this.
So this is
Oh, that's
specifically a throwing
interesting.
knife.
I need you to add a clue point to your sheet as well, Kara.
I don't know if we need to mention when we do this, but I'm going to use my clue points and level up my brawn.
Okay, perfect. So now you have 0 clue points for that. So I appreciate you giving me the heads up on it. So now just keep in mind, Elliot, that every time you make a bronze check, make sure you take it at a level higher than what you were doing before.
Okay, yeah, I marked it on my sheet.
Perfect. He kind of sits there and he takes a second to breathe, and he just looks at you. He goes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you who threw it at me. He moved so quick, and um,
It's okay. They're chasing him. What's most important right now is that you're okay.
I am so sorry. Do you think they were trying to frame me that to make it look like I killed you?
it very well could be. As I told no one of that I was going to. I was just making my rounds. I didn't tell anybody. It's for kind of we have free reign of the mansion. Other than the master's room, we don't really have anything. Everybody just kind of sees us and we kind of bypass everyone.
These are cover-up killings. I think they're cover-ups or revenge. So that means you should probably be careful, Kara.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
All of us.
Um, this is a very special knife that was used, by the way. That this wound that was made by a very special knife. Did you bring the knife with us?
I left it in the room so nobody would see us running downstairs with a knife in our hands.
Shit.
It seemed like the better choice at the time so nobody would stop us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay to walk?
Um,
We should all go together.
Um, if you do not mind, I'd rather just. I'm not well enough to walk. I would be walking very slowly. However, if you were to do me a favor, and I think I might be able to limp towards the door. I think if you were to um leave, I think I can lock the door, and that
Okay.
way, that way I'm not slowing you guys down.
Okay, if that's the case, we need to. Are you getting out of the door or staying in here? Because there needs
I'm
to be a
staying.
special. Okay, in that
I'm staying.
case, and I'm gonna knock against the wall like a very specific pattern. Like I don't know if you can hear it, but boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Only open it if you hear that knock.
Oh, sounds excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. You rest up.
We need to go find the knife.
We do, and we need to inform Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way back up into the room, and the knife is gone.
Okay. I'm gonna
Well,
look for
shit.
like a paper or something so that we can like draw what the knife looked like.
Okay, I need a brains check from you.
4 out of 4 again.
Okay, you were able to, from the brief glance of like being able to like look at the knife and like kind of debating whether or not you should take it with you, you're able to almost draw an exact perfect copy of the knife onto whatever your paper or whatever you're drawing it on.
Yeah, just whatever I grabbed, even if it's like a doily or something.
Yep. Okay. You're able to draw it. And
Okay. It's
Not
not as good
to
as
a-
having the knife, but here.
and
I'm
Kara,
gonna
you
look
get
at the drawing.
this would be a knife that one would use that you recognize as like like a dueling or a throwing knife, and you while you don't recognize the like who it belongs to, you get the sense that this knife that was thrown is personal in nature. So whoever threw this knife intended to make it a personal, like this was done by this was very personal. Whoever threw this wasn't just I'm gonna grab a knife and throw it. This was a very personal
Like they
intent
brought that
action.
knife.
Yes, like this would be one that you would keep under lock and key.
Okay. All right, let's go. And
Oh yeah, they were chasing him. I think Chris probably got there first, and then Ben's probably behind a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll show her the way down to the area that they ran in.
All right.
Hey, I'm answering if she asks, but
Wait, they were chasing. Please tell me my husband didn't do anything stupid.
Stupid but helpful.
Fuck. He jumped over the railing, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's okay, I think. And that he
I'm gonna
hopefully
kill
he
him?
closed the. Hey. He was probably angry because that person was trying to hurt you.
That doesn't mean he needs to hurt himself.
I know, and we're like running while we're talking.
Okay, so where are you guys going?
The direction wherever I saw Chris and Ben running to when after Chris jumped down.
No, I went to
Right?
go
Or
to the count.
oh yeah, let's
I
go
wanna
there first.
to-
You
and
guys,
yeah.
as you
Then know
guys
what
make
we
your
were
way
doing.
upstairs, you see the head butler standing outside of the count's room, like in respect, waiting for him to be summoned back into the room.
And I'm gonna get kind of close and keep my voice low. There was another attempt. One of your butlers. He's okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was poison, and it was the same poison as before. From Etienne.
Show him the drawing of the
Yeah,
knife.
and I'll hold up the drawing of the knife. We don't have the knife itself. When we went back to get it, it was gone, and we didn't want to run through the castle with a knife in our hands. But this is what it looked like.
Without unfortunately seeing the knife, I can't tell who this belongs to, other than you'd bring this out to mark 40 paces.
40 paces?
Yeah, 40 paces, which one would use for a duel.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anybody here specifically known for dueling?
Well, the Count is, I mean, he keeps a knife like this just because he's the Count. Victor was known. Don't know about the benefactor though. You can ask him. He's inside.
Oh yes.
The benefactor? The benefactor.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh.
He's in with Ben and Chris. They're talking to him inside.
Okay. Be careful. I don't know if they're gonna come here next. It happened we were investigating his room, and I'll point over at who was it? Victor's room.
Mm-hmm.
It happened when we were going there, and they were trying to frame Kara.
Yeah.
Understood. And he. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask if we could go in.
Yeah, maybe go in.
He gives you a second, and he opens the door, and or he knocks on the. You can hear a voice on the inside. Chris or Ben, can you guys, one of you guys, get the door, please?
It's us.
I hobble, go over there, and I open it. I'm like, oh, how's it going?
Who is it?
It's your significant other and Elliot.
Please lock them out.
Excuse you?
Oh
no.
Chris.
No. We are having this discussion, especially with that. What you do?
I get pushed out of the way as Kara enters the door.
Yeah, and I make sure to lock the door behind me.
I fall over.
You'd probably
Why
see
is your
me
ass out,
laying.
Ben?
Don't
You'd
worry
probably see me
about
laying
it.
down
It's just
and
a
my
pair of
hand wrapped.
pants.
What did you? You hurt your.
I say if I,
you at least caught the guy.
I say from the floor, no, we didn't, and I had nothing to do with it. And can someone please give me a pair of pants?
I have an over jacket, I think, so I'm gonna take that off and give it to Ben to tie around his waist.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna point to the benefactor. Ethan's
I
kid
look
is with
over.
us.
Kara, Elliot.
Huh? The baby?
Harley?
Well, not exactly a baby anymore. Maybe when we first met.
Okay.
You know how to make someone feel really old. Thanks.
You guys have, like, you guys not old. I'm the one that grew up.
I'm gonna say, I think when we got summoned, I think it aged Charlie here.
Okay.
The-
Okay. Fair. You know,
Okay.
if you get hurt, your dad's gonna be pissed.
Maybe you can find him. He's been missing.
I'm sorry, Ethan's been what?
He's missing. You guys sat around a book. You guys opened it up. And ever since then, he's been missing.
What is going on?
But wait, we got ported here as soon as we opened that book. But you're acting like you came after.
I did.
This is weird.
I'm gonna
Trust me.
go with wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Whip.
Okay.
I
I'm
hate
going
Grandma.
to explain everything that happened, I guess. That the butler, you know, we were checking it out. We found Kara found the knives. Butler was attempted to be assassinated. We managed to save him. All the information we have, and I'll even show him this drawing of the knife.
He looks at it and here's all your information. He takes a second and he just this isn't something. Man, I wonder if these are all the sorts of adventures Dad and you guys used to go do. Anyway,
I'm thinking finding the answer is the key to finding your dad.
I've been looking. I've been around here for a long time. Even though I came in after you guys, apparently I showed up and it was the year 1814.
1814?
1814.
Oh boy.
So
You've been here a while.
How was how was Napoleon?
I didn't meet him,
No,
but I took the name benefactor because my dad used to tell stories, and he said that one of his favorite NPCs was the benefactor. So I
Please
figured I'd
just
hide
don't
it.
romance on Ben.
Oh,
Please. Don't.
anyway, all that to say is, as far as finding Dad, I don't know if he's here. I don't know where he is. He could very well not have even I'm pretty sure he's in the book. He's in the
particular store.
he told me that you guys went to Grimgar once. Maybe he's back there. I don't know. This book is weird. And the fact that I got dropped here in 1814 and you guys just showed up 2 days ago in 1832 tells me that you can be dropped at any point in time. But now,
Including out a window.
I'm sorry,
like that.
out a window?
He jumped, I miscalculated.
Congratulations, Chris. You just ratted on yourself.
I know, but if I didn't tell, it would have been so much worse, and you know this, Ben.
You could have just said you fought the dude, and
No, me falling would be better. Me falling would be better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
make sure the
then
count's still
you
breathing.
would be a rampaging
He is sound asleep,
wife.
Ellie.
Okay, he's still breathing then. Okay.
Yeah, he's sound asleep.
Oh,
Oh, also,
Alright.
I'm gonna let
So
Kara,
you-
Ben, and Chris know that knock pattern if you need to get into the apothecary, or else it's not being open because the butler's recovering in there.
I start describing the person I was chasing. That way we can narrow it down now that I know what I'm looking for. I'm going, I need some medical attention and a slight bodyguard for my wife. Ben, you're
Okay,
up.
guys, you want to go to the apothecary
Wait,
and have me
what?
mix you guys something up?
Protect me from my wife. I'll do it for when you have to. I
Oh
have
no,
to.
I'm gonna hunt this fucker down now because he tried to frame me. He tried to kill a butler to frame me. Yeah, no, this fucker's going fucking down. I am going to beat his ass into next fucking Tuesday.
And look
Guys,
at the condition I'm in.
guys, there might be another alternative.
Which is?
I'm
Well-
all for this.
So the count. I'm not sure how long he's going to plan on being out, but he said that he had told me that he had a whole week planned of activities. Tonight's activities included another dance, but followed by a reenactment of a Shakespeare play. I don't know, but everybody that was
Which
in this
one?
house is invited. I don't know.
Well, describe
know.
it.
William Shakespeare poetry boring.
Please
Okay.
use it. There's no culture.
I have an idea. If everybody's going to be there, why don't one of us and I volunteer get a universal key from the butler and go through everybody's rooms to find that knife, unless they have it on them.
We
can even have the butler with us so that we're not suspicious.
But here's the catch. If you guys are missing and something happens, who's going to be the first one to be blamed?
Well, that would be why I'm alone and the butler's with me, so I have a backup.
Yeah, that's not very. That still would look kind of bad.
Yeah.
Might be just a way for you guys
And-
to intermingle with the other guests and be able to narrow down the playing field.
Yeah, we know a couple things about this person. We know that he was athletic. Looked like a dude, maybe a buff lady or something, but was it tall? Or like average height?
You get the sense from the brief glances, and then from what Chris was able to describe, he was about 3 inches taller than Chris.
Okay, so we can use that. We know that currently, at least, wearing
tall are
dark.
you? 5'7"?
Yeah.
So about 6 foot.
No, 5'10".
Yeah.
5'10". So about 5'10". Okay.
Ethan, how tall are you?
Anyway, moving on.
Oh my god.
Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
5'9".
Okay.
But anyway, so it might be an opportunity for you guys to intermingle with the guests. I mean, the thing is with people banging and knocking on doors, I mean, are people really going to tell you the truth? Or are they even going to let you in?
Oh, I wasn't gonna knock. I was gonna wait until everybody was gone and then bring the butler, use the universal key, and look through everybody's rooms with him. That's what my idea was. I wasn't gonna talk to nobody. I was gonna wait for the play.
Whatever-
Anyways.
Whatever the decision is, Um, I'll leave that up to you guys. Meanwhile, I'll wait here with the count.
We also have a missing body.
Yeah, missing body, missing knife.
Can't be too many places you can hide a body. Can you hide a body?
There are secret rooms all over this castle.
Tell me about it.
Alright, well.
Well, so it's tonight that the play is?
Mm-hmm.
And is that the same time that Chris and Lucian were going to be drinking?
Chris and Lucian, we're gonna be drinking.
Yeah, remember they were going to meet up later on and they were going to drink and talk?
I
You,
forgot to
you, and
mention that.
no. Like, so you, Chris, are gonna drink with Lucian.
Yeah, I was gonna plan on drinking with him too. I don't know, something feels off.
Okay.
We were going to try to like suss him out. I was going to get like dolled up and go with.
Okay. Whatever. I'm just letting you know, an opportunity for you to guys kind of meet everyone is gonna be tonight.
I
The
mean, is
count
there going
wants
to be a bar there?
probably.
Okay, then I'll get dolled up and go there.
Charlie, I need you to be safe.
Oh, a lot of people don't even know I'm here. I'm very discreet.
Alright, well.
I head back to my room and get a change of clothes. Go back down to have with the others.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get changed, and I'm gonna change to something a little bit more feminine because me and Chris's idea was like I get a little bit dolled up and see if this womanizer dude will spill some beans to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my clothes and try to coax Lucian to come to the party to drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna get dressed up.
Okay.
Help me.
Okay.
Ah, God, these dresses are so uncomfortable.
Okay. As Bet or Chris, you go up to knock on Lucian's room. Are you knocking, or are you gonna try and open the door?
I'm gonna open the door because I think he knows because I've in my head after taking a fall. No, he's gonna be expecting me, but my brain doesn't process the knock.
So you kind of open the door. Chris, is
Oh,
that you?
you're already drunk.
I'm not drunk. I've had a little bit.
Come on, Lucian. Free booze downstairs at the party.
There's booze at this party.
There's alcohol. Yeah.
Ooh, let's party. As he kind of stumbles away.
I'm gonna still try to make sure he doesn't fall down the stairs while we go.
As he comes by you, Elliot. Hi there.
Hello.
As he stumbles after Chris, and he turns back towards you, Elliot. My favorite drink is brandy.
Is what?
Brandy.
Okay.
As he just tries, the topics rapidly change as he's following Chris down the stairs, and they range from like how certain bird colors are more vibrant than others to why the grass is so green on the lawn to like I sure hope there's food. Like he's just kind of all over the place as far as like his topic of choice.
I kind of whispered to Lucian a little bit. Hey, after drinking, we can go swim in the grass.
The grass is green. Water is blue.
You never tried swimming in the grass drunk? My
You
wife loves it.
you can
I
swim.
actually am I'm with them, right?
It takes you like by the time they escort Lucian down, you can hear him.
I'm gonna walk over to Chris and give him a smack on the arm, like
You're in trouble, mister.
Yeah. She can tell you all
you.
about that fun time swimming.
The outfit I'm in is a actual like what would be considered a party upscale party dress and very refined looking
Oh, we're definitely matching, just different colors.
and
If we got to, we're doing it in
surprisingly
style.
I know how to wear it.
I don't.
He kind of. All right. Who do you think would like to dance first? Because at this point, the ball is full in swing. Once again, the butlers have food and drink kind of dispersed throughout the room, and he point. Who would like to dance first? I'm a very good dancer.
Oh, sorry, but I'll dance with my husband.
I'm not a good dancer, but I'll dance.
Okay, so he
I
leads you,
wave.
Elliot. He
I'm gonna
leads
wave to
Elliot
Ben
out.
to watch. Sorry.
As he leads Elliot out onto the floor. Elliot, if you think you're a terrible dancer, this guy has no style whatsoever. Um, he is literally stepping on his own toes. He doesn't step on your toes. He steps on his
Okay.
own toes.
I'll try to
Uh,
lead him. I'll even twirl him.
he twirls beautifully, like almost like 2 seconds too long. He's just
It's like we kind of like switch dance. I'm like having him do like the female parts in the dance since he's so drunk.
he doesn't care. He is like hand on your shoulder, other hand in hand, and he is dancing. He is roughly your height, a little bit taller than you, Elliot, at about 5'4", 5'5". Is that I'm guessing a little bit taller?
Yeah, I'm 5'2.5".
Okay, yeah, he's a little bit taller. He's shorter than Chris,
Okay.
and he's you. I told you I am a great dancer.
It's beautiful.
Told you I am. As he kind of twirls back into the dance. So, about Victor, he was kind of a jerk.
Yeah, he was not the nicest of people.
He had money and power to his name. And he had the love of my life in the palm of his hand. And he never took advantage of that love. As you like twirl him out, and he twirls back in. um, do you know that he and Adele were supposed to be married, but then she said no. And I thought it was because of my charm, but it was not.
What was it because of then?
Oh, she had concerns about money from Victor. Apparently, Victor. He like kind of looks side to side, like whispers in your ear. He was flat broke.
Interesting. He didn't carry himself around like he was.
Oh, Victor. He always had a man of many secrets. He always seemed to carry dirt wherever he needed to be. Did you know that he knew about the kitchen?
Hmm. So it sounds like someone was covering it up.
Oh, guess so. Now, as the song comes to an end, well, I need some more brandy. And he kind of, would you like to join me?
Sure.
As he stumbles over to like a place where they're serving drinks or whatever, and he kind of plops himself down. Um, Chris and Kara, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take my limping, injured self onto the dance floor, dancing with my wife, as I'm gonna try and measure myself up to the person, up to gentlemen.
Gentlemen? Okay. Ben, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of like observing, kind of keep an eye on anything.
And while I'm dancing with Chris, I'm actually kind of scanning around.
You
See if
are
I can't.
you between the two of you, you guys are kind of scanning the couples. It's kind of hard because this is a faster paced dance. So it's more of like a kind of a yeah, it's a faster paced dance rather than like a kind of a slower one that Elliot and Lucian were dancing to earlier. Um, Ben, as you're sitting over there watching, you feel a small hand touch you on your shoulder.
Hmm?
Would the gentleman like to dance? And you see before you, you see a woman, very beautiful, uh, short blonde hair, but she's wearing like a black veil and a black dress. You get the sense very quickly that this is like a somebody in grieving, and holds out her hand, intending you to take it and escort her out to the dance floor.
We know something about that woman. I just don't remember what it is.
I bow politely. I appreciate you wanting to dance, madame, but I have a dance partner and she is not here. So I only dance with her.
Ah, I see. I'm assuming you're a wife.
Yes. Yes, it would be.
Oh, you are a very loyal man. So is my husband, as you know. In fact,
Who is.
but I don't recall actually ever meeting you. My name is Genevieve. Genevieve Leclerc.
I bow and I say, I am.
You cut out for a little bit there.
Oh, sorry. I say, I bow and I introduce myself as, hello, I am Benjamin Edouard.
Pleasure to meet you. Now, poor Victor meeting his end like that.
Yes, it was very tragic. Did you know Victor?
Oh, I only knew of his business dealings. He kept ill company, one that I wouldn't really find myself around.
Oh, what if I may ask, what sort of ill company?
Oh, certain dukes and owners of a seafaring company I wouldn't keep much stock in what
Hmm.
company they keep, but he had mentioned about asking me to go into business with him after my husband died, but I didn't really see too much into it.
What what duke would be that would I can't imagine a duke would be involved in nefarious means. Which duke do you know?
Unfortunately, many dukes are involved in business shady business activities around here, except for the
Hmm.
count. I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him. Have you been able to keep up tabs on the count?
I'm sure the count is fine.
She kind of looks at you and kind
That was
of
out of character.
and says,
Loud.
"Hmm."
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Um, well, I appreciate your time, and hopefully here soon I can find a dance partner. And she kind of walks off into the crowd, um, and finds one of the nearby butlers and begins dancing.
Um, I kind of just kind of again keep laying back. I kind of stay in the background, but I keep an eye on when Chris and Cara are done dancing. I'm going to relay the information I learned from the widow to them.
Okay. You're Chris and Cara. You guys are out on the dance floor. You guys are out there for a couple of minutes when you notice a dance couple coming nearby you. And it's a rather equally height couple. You see a man in his mid 40s, um, nice red dark red suit with red pants and black shoes. And you also see a woman wearing a sky blue dress and is dancing alongside with them. And they seem to be really enjoying the dance. They're about closer to 6 foot, both of them uh, dancing. You recognize the woman as Mathilde Bouchard, but you don't recognize the gentleman that she's dancing with.
I'm
Does he vote
gonna
like him?
I'm gonna keep our distance so we don't get too suspicious, like we're trying to keep space in between each dance partner. But when I get Ben at my view, I'm gonna try to nod my head to these people to see if he understands to watch them closer.
Okay, I need
As
you to
I'm
make a charm check, and Ben, I need you to make a brains check.
Okay.
Okay. That's a D8.
Because essentially, Chris, you are trying to get Ben's attention in a subtle way, and Ben, you are trying to discern what Chris is telling you.
7 out of 8.
For my brain check, I rolled 2 out of 4.
Okay. Chris, you were able to what you think communicate very efficiently on who Ben needs to keep his eye on. Then it takes you a hot minute, and then you realize, oh, and you do that, and the next dance is a group dance as a big circle begins to form, and
Oh God.
everybody begins to get interlocked arms and begin to dance around in a group circle line dance.
I'm gonna put my wife and try to get close to the couple.
You are about 2 people away from the couple after they land. Elliot, you are roped up with Lucian and the Genevieve, the widow that Ben just spoke to. Ben, you get roped up next to uh the
Adela.
no. You get roped up next to you get next up to Theory and Amelie,
Oh,
and begin to do this circle dance. They can sense your uncomfortableness, so they try and more like lead you how to do this dance as you guys begin dancing around. Go ahead and make me grit checks as you guys are. This is a very long dance. I need to see if you guys are going to be able to keep up.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, I'm okay. I got 4 to 8.
Okay, Elliot, you pass.
I got a 6 out of 8.
Kara, you pass.
I got a 10 out of 10.
Okay,
What's
Chris,
the
you
most
are
injured
like
one?
okay,
A star on the dance floor.
No.
Ben.
I got a 3 out of 8.
Okay,
You're being led though.
okay, Ben. You're about. It takes you about a minute, two into the dance, and you're like, my legs are starting to get tired. And you were able to kind of like gently, but the women on one side, to like let go. You kind of just fall out of the circle, and they kind of the circle gets closer, or circle gets a little enclosed. Uh, Elliot, you lose track of Lucian. Lucian falls out of the circle, and you get roped up next to the coincidentally Celeste, the very same psychic you were going to go see earlier. You were roped up right next to her
Oh, okay.
in Lucian's spot. Um, Chris and Kara, one of the females, which coincidentally um, uh, falls out of the loop, gets you one step closer to the couple. However, you do notice that the mysterious male has fallen out as well. Do you guys keep going, or do you guys step out?
I think shit. As much as
Just
I want to stay in the dance, I think that I should make sure Lucian doesn't get killed.
Okay, you
Because
step out.
he's wasted and that other guy's gone.
I don't want to look suspicious, so I'm gonna stay in.
Okay, Kara.
I'm actually going to step out, because me and dancing are no.
Okay, so Elliot, you and
Yeah,
Kara
I
step out.
will say I do like speak to Celeste briefly, and I'm like, I'm glad to see you out here right now.
And,
Nice to meet you formally.
and she's got a big old smile on her face, and she greets you. And Elliot, was it?
Yes.
You have gorgeous yellow hair.
Oh,
And
thank you.
she takes up Genevieve's arm, and Kara, you notice that taking up um Chris's other arm is none other than Theory, and the dance continues. Chris, I need a grit check from you.
Should have bowed out. 3 out of 10.
Okay, you start dancing for a little while, and then, man, I'm not sure if you guys had a drink or what, but you start to begin feeling it. And it
Kid fall
doesn't
out a
take long
window.
before you and two others fall out. One of them is none other than but Matilda, as she falls out, and as does Terry. So, and then you notice as the dance gets smaller and smaller, the one left standing is none other than um, Genevieve. She's the last one standing, the widow. As she finishes the dance, everyone gives a polite round of applause before the music begins to break up. And you do realize that the butlers, while you guys were in the circle dance, have begun setting up for the play, as you guys are going to sit down and watch, should you so choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask one of the butlers for new hand wraps because I'm sure with holding hands, it's opened up the wound some.
Yeah, one of the butlers is able to come and grab you a hand wrap and get you a new one.
Okay.
I'm definitely looking for Lucian, and if I find him, I'm just gonna tell him we should like stick together just in case.
It takes you a minute to realize that Lucian is like, if you were to bring him and sit him down, he probably would fall asleep.
Okay, yeah, that's as long as I can keep an eye on him. I'm gonna sit like next to him to keep an eye on him, but
Sure,
yeah.
sure. You
Just
go to
because
sit down.
I'm assuming he's the most drunk person here, so
Oh, easily, by far. Everybody else has been kind of pacing their drinks.
yeah.
Lucian takes one look at you, Elliot, and he goes, "You can swim in green water."
Yes, you can.
Before he slumps over in his chair and passes out.
All right, I'm gonna sit next to him and kind of keep watch. I'm
Okay.
also gonna see if I can see Celeste. She was the widow, right? Or no,
Uh,
Genevieve was the widow.
Genevieve was the widow. Genevieve Leclerc.
Okay, I'll briefly kind of look around and make sure they're both still in the room.
So Genevieve is actually talking to the mysterious man, while Celeste is chatting up with Theory and Matilde.
Okay, I'll kind of like wave to Celeste. I don't really know Genevieve, and I really only spoke to Celeste, so.
You go and speak up, or you go to wave, and Celeste sees you and waves, and then she kind of beckons you to come join her.
Um, do I still have watch over Lucian in that area?
Yeah, you'd only have to go about 15 or 20 feet away from him.
Okay, I will, and I'll try to get them to sit over there with me, should the chance arise.
Um, yeah, so they gather around a uh they seem to be gathering around, and one of them, uh Matilde, actually goes, I just can't remember anything but those letters. It's just so weird.
Hmm? Sorry
Oh,
to interrupt, but I was beckoned over. So, what were
oh,
we talking about?
oh, and then you see before as the other two women kind of look at you, Celeste goes, guys, this is my new friend Elliot. After Victor's death this morning, I was really heartbroken, but Elliot was kind enough to give me some space and let me have my moment alone. And they, oh, it kind of, and then they express their gratitude towards you as well. Before she goes, Matilde speaks up and goes, yeah, I had asked Celeste to see if maybe she could help me out with a problem, but maybe you can too. I got these letters floating in my head, and I can't make sense of them.
Of course. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
That that would be great, and yeah, and I don't know if I introduced myself. My name is Matilde Bouchard, and this is and as she goes to introduce the other woman, has expressed her courtesies and then has left. So it's just you, Celeste, and Matilde speaking together.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a light curtsy. Elliot Lystra.
Ooh, like what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Um, I can't make sense of it. And she kind of hands you the like a piece of paper with the letters on it. They're all scrambled up,
Mm-hmm.
um, but they have the letters um, M, T, E, H, G, another E, and an A. Just kind of floating around on this piece of paper. They're like kind of scattered out, like she
Okay.
had like like done it like in the middle of the night. So like you could definitely tell by looking at it that she had like different like um wrote it at different times throughout the night.
Hmm. I'm gonna, I guess, try to figure out if, because to me it seems like it's a word. Clearly, that's just unjumbled.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um.
thinking too, but I don't know if it's a name. I don't remember much other than a few months ago. Luckily, the count was generous enough to take me in, but um, I don't have any recollection as far as a few months ago. So I don't know if this is a name or anything of the sort.
Hmm. Um. Let me see. I'm so bad at word scramblers out of character.
No, you're good.
Um.
And and then you hear Celeste speak up. It's a lot of times time can be, it tries to explain that time is what might be best for her. Maybe having, more of these letters that pop up, maybe it's just kind of still a mumble jumble mess. But as more letters pop up, that maybe she can put them together, that type of thing.
Perhaps. Um. Hmm.
So, and after a minute of just like slowly try to figure it out, you can hear the head butler actually, um, like teen, 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 presenting to you all the Count of Monte Cristo, and turns over to the side, and you see the Count, um, still in his, still in good royal attire, walking over. He gestures to the crowd, takes a slight bow, and then takes a seat by himself with the head butler sitting a set or two behind, near the front row, as the play is about to ready to start.
I'm gonna
Come.
try to place everyone, but also look for Charlie.
So I need you to make a brains check.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna try to get those girls to come sit with Lucian with me, or like on the other side, so like they're not having to sit next to him. But
2 out of 4.
Okay. Of course, even though this is still a very small gathering, you look around and you see that Matilda is sitting with Elliot, and
you motherfucker! I just figured it out.
you're welcome, by the way.
You really just the gamed me. Wow.
But no, they actually have a meeting. I just wanted to see what you guys' reaction was. But there's actually a meaning behind those letters too.
Okay.
But
So the game means something.
you don't have the full details.
Oh boy.
Okay. And I'll kind
So-
of whisper to them, it says the game.
And they kind of look. I don't recall the game. I mean, I imagine I played a few games since being here at the Count's mansion, but the game I don't recall.
Well, I suppose maybe we need more letters.
True, it could very well be. As you guys sit down and look up, as they are putting on Shakespeare's Hamlet, begins. I will guys have you guys make grit checks after the first 45 minutes have passed.
Ooh, I did not roll good.
Shit.
Okay, Ben, what'd you roll
I rolled a 7.
out of?
Oh, 7 out of 8. Sorry.
Okay, Kara.
I rolled a nat 1 out of 8.
Chris.
5 out of 10.
Okay, and Elliot.
2 out of 8.
Okay, you guys. Ben is really into this. Ben is like really enjoying the play, and is able to like really take in this play. Chris, you are starting. You also seem to have interest in this play. The actors in it are really good. They know their parts, but about 45 minutes in, you feel a familiar head rest their head on your shoulder and begin silently sleeping on your shoulder as Kara has fallen asleep.
Aww.
It's gonna gently pet her head.
Elliot, you are struggling to stay awake. You can tell that the play is good, is really well performed, but you've had a very busy day.
Oh, yeah.
You are just fading pretty quick.
If I have any more of them flowers that wake you up, I'll sniff them.
You look through and you see a violet flower in your bag, and it instantly perks you up, and you realize you just really sniffed um, a lavender scented flower. You smell the lavender flower as it just perks you wide awake. And okay, so um, Chris, Ben, and Elliot all make grit checks.
That's better.
Okay, Elliot.
6 out of 8.
Okay, Ben.
5 out of 8.
Okay, and Chris.
9 out of 10.
Okay, you guys are staying wide awake. You begin to notice that some of the people are kind of slumping in their seats a little bit. It is starting to get as like the evening progress, as the play begins to progress, like the candle lights beginning to dim, and it's really dark in the room, and you get to see like the play going on and stuff. Um, we've reached the hour and 30-minute mark of the play, and you guys are still going pretty strong. Elliot, that flower seemed to really wake you up. Uh, Kara, you're really comfortable sleeping right now.
And
Yeah.
I lean over to Chris. Maybe you should wake her up.
You don't want to wake my wife up.
Bet you a dollar you won't do it.
You're gonna bet me $1 I won't wake up my own wife in the middle of the play to draw attention to ourselves while we're possibly getting watched ourselves.
Yeah. $2.
How about this? I bet you do it to your wife the next time you see her.
You're on. As
Okay.
I lean back and I make very.
You cut out.
I sit back and I kind of like lean a little over to Chris and I make very subtle.
I want to like look around and make sure that the people around me are okay, because I've kind of taken Matilda, Celeste, and Lucian as like the people that I'm mainly trying to keep an eye on and make sure they're good.
You look over towards Leon or Lucian. He's fast asleep. Pretty sure drool is coming out of his mouth. You're not quite sure.
Yeah.
You look over at the other two ladies, and they're really entrenched in the play going on.
Okay.
And you guys keep watching.
Yeah, I'll kind of like glance around and make sure that nobody's like leaving in the middle of it.
Make me a brains check.
3 out of 4.
About hour 15-minute mark in the play, you do notice somebody standing up and leaving the play. Do you keep looking at them or do you focus back on the play?
I'll keep looking at them, but if they look over, I'll just kind of wave, kind of play it
Okay.
casual.
As soon as they seem to be ignoring you, and then until they hit light, and then you realize it's the mysterious man that Chris has been keeping an eye on for the last few minutes, probably reaching 2 hours at this point.
How close am I sitting to them?
To the ladies, I mean, you're
No, to Ben, Chris, and Cara. Did we all sit in like a general area, or are they like way on the other side?
there are 1 row up and 3 chairs over.
Okay. I'm going to.
With it being Cara, Chris, and Ben.
Okay, so I'm going to very quietly whisper to my new friends, keep an eye on each other. I need to step out to, I'll say, powder my nose. On the way out, I'll like tap one of them, whisper, that guy from earlier is leaving. Keep an eye on Lucian and come for me if I'm not back in 10.
What? So who are you poking?
I'm gonna whisper to Chris.
Okay. You whisper to Chris. Hey. Like you whisper, hey. You whisper all that to him. Chris, you hear the words as Elliot goes off to powder
their nose.
But I'm actually gonna be. Oh no, I let them know that I'm following him, but I let the ladies. I told the ladies that I was gonna go powder my nose and that they should keep an eye on each other.
Okay. So, Elliot begins to follow the mysterious man.
Yep, as
And
quietly as I can.
sir, I need you to make brawn checks.
Okay, that's a D8.
I don't like that he said brawn checks as soon as she started following. They started
6
following.
out of 8.
You begin to follow pretty quietly behind him. He goes up this flight of stairs, and you follow him up the stairs. Makes his way down a hallway and goes to his room, and he reaches into his pocket and grabs a key and opens up, and he goes into a room and he closes it and locks it up.
Okay. Question. Could this have been one of the rooms that guy ran into? Is this the same floor? This the same area?
Same floor, same area, however, different room than what could have been one of the rooms that you guys went into.
Okay. So I'm gonna wait until I hear him like step over to a desk or something, and then I'm gonna put my ear against the wall next to the door.
You give a second, and then you can hear him as he
Okay.
begins. You can hear snoring from the other side of the door.
So what I'm gonna do, is there any part of the wall that I can make like a little notch into to mark what door he's in? So that we can check on him later.
You look around and you see that he is staying in room 30.
Okay.
Chris and Ben, while Elliot is doing this, I need you guys to make one last grit check.
Do you want me
Okay.
to go first?
Yeah. I was waiting. Make sure you guys were done. Ben, go first.
6 out of 8.
Okay. And Chris.
9 out of 10.
Okay. You guys are going strong. You guys wait. You guys wait for the whole play. As soon as the play is done, you were able to stand up and give a round of applause if you so choose.
Yes. This way my wife slumps off me.
So you stand up and your poor wife, slumps as there are no armrests and slumps off of you and nearly falls onto the floor.
Yeah, that would wake me up really fucking quick.
As you're able, next thing you know, you're watching the play, and the next thing you know, you're about to fall face first onto the floor, about to kiss Nick or Chris's shoes.
Oh jeez, what the? Oh god, I fell
I
asleep.
try to hide it from my wife as I hold my hand out to bed.
Hey, pull out $2 and give it to him here.
And I head back after I make a note of what room he's in, by the way, because I need to check on Lucian and the ladies.
Okay, you go back, and Lucian is still sound asleep. The two ladies have gone up and are they see you in passing. They exchange courtesies, but you get the sense that they are tired, and Lucian is still
Yeah.
fast asleep.
Okay. So everybody's like going to bed now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look for the head butler so that the head butler can get this guy in bed with some help,
It doesn't
so that
take
he's not
long.
just sleeping out in the theater.
You go see, but you see at this point the head butler is escorting the count back upstairs, and the count he sees him and just kind of shakes his head and points to a couple of the butlers, and they come and get Lucian.
Thank you.
And you um wait a while. The night finishes off. You guys can go to bed if you so desire, or if you guys want to stay up all night, that is up to you.
I'm gonna go to bed, but on top of locking my door, I'm going to slide something so that nothing can get slipped under my door or anything, like no sulfur or anything that's gonna mess with me.
Sure.
I'm gonna cradle carry my wife up to her bedroom
Okay.
if she doesn't try to kill me.
I go to my room and
At this point, I'm too dang tired. You know me. When I get woken up, I am. Yeah.
I just go into my room, change into my night clothes, and lock the door, and just
So you guys go to sleep. Let's make this interesting.
Oh shit.
Oh no. I want to state we did lock our door too, please.
I like mine too.
Yep, I heard it. Ben, you fall fast asleep. Dream of nothing but home. You dream of favorite restaurants, favorite drinks, time with Pam, memories with Pam. As you remember all of the fond memories with your spending time with the people you love. Elliot, you have very similar dreams as you dream about activities, past fun, past memories, as dreams of that sort of nature keep you asleep throughout the rest of the night. Chris,
Oh no.
you dream of your boys. You dream of playing video games, pranking coworkers, fun memories. Kara, your dreams are filled with spending time with your kids, spending time with Chris, before swirling white smoke begins to fill your vision. And standing before you, a shadow stands before you with crossed arms, looking at you, um, and speaks toward you. Ah, it's been a long time, but I don't have very much time. But I am here to give you a message.
Okay.
I need you to write these letters down.
Okay.
I need you to write Y, U, L, L, O. And as the vision begins to fade and you hear a voice, solve the murder. Go home. Solving the murder goes home. As it fades and you wake up right next to Chris, and you find that in the middle of the night you had grabbed a nearby writing utensil and wrote all of what she told you to write down on his arm. Surprisingly, did not wake him up.
I mean, after falling out a window, that that's actually probably accurate. I wouldn't wake up.
Then you hear knocks, like almost like a frantic knock on the door. Dun, 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 dun.
That's gonna wake me up.
Mr. and Mrs.
Who?
Coyle, are you awake?
Regrettably.
I'm sorry, but
Yes.
I'm here to get you for breakfast. Um, if you guys are ready for breakfast and do not wish an escort, let me know. I have several other stops to make. We appear to be one butler short this morning.
Oh, shit!
Oh shit.
He could get out on his own.
Did you guys check the... Talk to the head butler to talk to the plant room? As I can't think of the proper word.
Apothecary.
Oh, I'm asleep, so I wouldn't think of the proper word.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I will let him know. But
And the
if
knock.
uh, if you guys need a few minutes, let me know and I will come back and get you. Otherwise, I have several other rooms to stop and get to.
Go, 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 go. I gotta wake up anyways.
Okay, thank you. And you hear dun 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 on Ben's door. Dun 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 dun.
What? What's
Uh,
going on?
this is the breakfast call. I was come to call you to knock on the door and see if you're ready for breakfast. If you aren't, just please let me know so that way I can go and make other stops. We appear to be one butler short this morning.
Uh, one short. What happened? Who's missing? What? All right, yeah.
Um, yeah, as in, are you ready to come, or yeah, as in like,
Yeah, I'll be down. I'll go do your thing. Who's missing?
oh, young, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
young Terry. I mean, I mean, Theodore. Uh, he seems to be missing this morning. Uh, he was doing patrols yesterday afternoon and never finished his patrols.
Uh, Theodore, okay. I'll be down. Go do what you gotta do. I start slowly and regrettably getting out of bed.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 on Elliot's door. Dun, 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 dun,
Well,
dun.
what? Huh?
Hey, I was come to get you for breakfast, and that if you weren't ready, that I was just please let me know so I can continue my rounds. Apparently, we were one butler short this morning.
Fuck! And I get up and immediately start getting dressed, and I'm gonna like sprint for the apothecary and tell
I
him to keep
I
going.
I'm sorry, but what does fuck mean?
I'll tell you when you're older, and I run.
Okay, so Elliot, you book it down. You get dressed. Yeah, but you're dressed. You book it down to the
Yeah, I get
apothecary.
dressed, I book it down, and I do the same knock.
And you hear a huh? Oh,
It's me. Are
yeah,
you okay?
uh, yeah. Uh,
Let
they
me in so I can check on you, please.
you hear him like stumble as he opens the door. He looks really tired, like he had a rough night of sleep.
Okay, I'm gonna check on his wounds, make sure that he doesn't show any signs of any retained poison.
His wound, although darkened around where the knife hole is, like from the day before, seems to be getting a lot better. He just, if anything, he just needs a good night's sleep to help.
I was worried. It's breakfast time. They were concerned. The one you weren't there.
Uh, oh, it's already breakfast. I'm already behind my duties, and you see him like already begin to like straighten out his hair and kind of button up his shirt a little bit, and like kind of trying to. I
You're
gotta go to
injured.
work.
You're injured.
I
Speak
got,
with the head. Speak with the head butler and take it easy today. Even
I
if
got a
you
little.
must work, be easy.
Thank you. And he darts off. I mean, albeit a little bit slowly, but juts off. Um, as you guys, all of you, eventually make it to the breakfast table. Everybody you see has already sit it down. You do notice that Matilde and the mysterious man are sitting right next to each other. Celeste is sitting 3 chairs down from Elliot, and the Genevieve, the widow, is sitting right next to Celeste.
All right, I will wave at everybody. Do I see? I don't remember who you said was sitting 3 away from me, but is Lucian here?
Lucian is not here.
Okay, he was drunk, so we'll check on him later. but everybody else is here.
Yeah.
Okay, the Count too.
The Count and his head butler are we're just sitting down when you guys got.
Okay, so I'll make a mental note for us to go check on Lucian after the fact. But with how drunk he was last night, I'm just betting he's still asleep. But
Okay. You guys eat a nice, healthy, hearty breakfast before the Count um, throws off his cloak and hands it to the head butler, and then gestures to everybody and says, I was going to save this for tonight, but it seems like after watching play and having some dancing, let's do something else for a change. And he walks you guys out to the front lawn where you guys see a station almost covering the entire front lawn. You see different fence posts lined up in a 20 by 20 squares. You see about 4 of them. And on the side are white outfits with masks, rapiers with blunt tips on the end, sitting on the ends.
Fencing.
we're fencing,
Eh.
and this is probably the game.
Oh.
And he goes, now, if you guys do not wish to partake in this, let me know. But I figured this would allow us to kind of get rid of some, what do they call it? They kept in the house feeling. So if you guys wish to practice dueling, just pick a partner and see if they be willing to duel against you. I need you, if you guys are going to duel, make sure you guys do it properly, even if it's not to the death. See the head butler for details. And with that, he grabs grabs something from the butler, tucks it into his shirt as he makes down his way down to one of the dueling areas.
I'm gonna run down to one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely dueling.
I was gonna
Okay.
say my wife's probably not even surprised by that.
I'll try this dueling thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fence.
Okay. So do you guys go up to see the head butler? And he says, if you're going to duel somebody, you must do it properly. And he holds up, and it's the box. Inside are 12 daggers on the inside. And he says, if you wish to duel somebody, practice way, just throw it directly in front of them at their feet. If it is a duel to the death, you need to throw it off to the side. Obviously, we are practicing here, so just for sake, and he takes one out and he just like practices, throws it, and he throws it, and it sticks in the ground right in front of you. And he picks it up, cleans it off before handing it to you, Chris. I'm assuming you got to him first.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you grab the dagger from him, and then he turns to Ben.
I froze, but I can hear Ethan. I froze.
Okay. So he turns to Ben, hands you, and he opens the box up towards you.
I reach in and I grab it.
You grab a dagger, and he turns to Elliot.
I will take a dagger.
Elliot, you take a look. They are very similar in design. Only the only thing that's slightly different is that the sawtooths are more in the middle than they were at the very end.
I'll kind of look over at Kara and like nudge my head towards the dagger.
Can you still not hear anything? You were handed
Okay.
a dagger, and Elliot was showing you the thing where it's more towards the middle. The
And how
notch
the
is
knives are like
more
almost the
towards the
same.
middle.
Okay. While that's going on, you guys make your way down, and Kara will get handed one of these daggers as well. You guys make your way down towards the dueling area. Do you guys pick individual ones, or do you guys jump into one that's already? You see the Count standing by, standing kind of in the middle of all 4. Do you guys take separate ones, or you guys take all? Like, do you guys pair up?
I'm
we
gonna go off
lost,
by
there we go.
myself,
Okay.
as I'm gonna see who would want to come up to me.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming Kara is going to do the exact same thing. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take long as you're sitting outside one of the areas. And you wait, you don't have to wait but 2 minutes when you see the mysterious man come up, take a dagger, throws it right in front of you, at your feet. If you wish to duel me, please pick up the dagger and hand it back to me. Handle first, please.
Pick up the dagger, flick it around my hand, and then with the handle pointing towards him, I walk to him and hand him the dagger.
Takes the dagger, stuffs it back into his shirt pocket, and he slowly slips on the dueling gear as he steps into their arena.
I'll get prepared and then step into the arena as well.
Okay. I need you to make a brawn check.
9 out of 10.
Okay. You guys do a dueling salute, and you guys begin to duel. You guys are able to you guys begin to duel. Teen. You guys are both really good dueling. He just happens to get just a little bit of an upper hand and tink and catches you right on your left shoulder. And you watch as one of the butlers has taken charge and goes, um, and he he says point, and he points Laurent, and then um he says round two, and he flips his flag down, and you guys begin dueling again. I need you to roll a uh, another brawn check, please.
5 out of 10.
Okay, you are beginning to fight him, Teen, and he, for some reason, you're not sure if it's cockiness from the previous round, but you see an opening right in the middle of his chest, tonk, and you catch him right in the midsection of his um uh you catch him right in the midsection, and you hear the butler call out, point, Chris, final round, and he salutes and then goes down. And I need one last brawn check from you.
Oh, this is what is going to probably backfire on me. No, 7 out of 10.
You guys are dueling like lions, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until finally you see an opening right on his left hand as you lunge forward and you catch him right on his left hand, and you hear the butler call out, winner, Chris, and signals you, and Laurent steps forward. He sheathes his sword, and holds out his right hand towards you. Well fought.
I hold out my free hand and shake his right hand.
And he shakes it and then goes, all right. And you watch as the butler turns to the next arena, in which Ben,
Hmm?
you see standing before you is none other than the Count.
Oh. I look down at my little dagger and I'm like, oh boy.
He picks up his he picks up his dagger, and he looks at you, and he kind of looks at his dagger, and he flips it up and throws it at your feet.
Alright.
If you wish to duel me, simply pick up the dagger and hold the handle back towards me.
I reach down, pull up the dagger, and hold the handle toward him.
Okay. You hold up the handle towards him. He takes it back, and he gets all duked out in the dueling ring, and he gets all decked out. And salutes towards you. And as you salute towards him, I need you to make a bronze check.
Brawn check. Okay. Master D10.
Her Discord's still acted up.
I got a natural 1. Oh, it's a nice just on my night.
Yeah, he instantly sees you and is able to just
Nope.
Yeah,
Or
Car's still
he-
having issues with it.
before he teen clacks 6 times before he tags you right on the left shoulder. And you hear the butler point Ben, or point not Ben, County Monte Cristo. And so he sits back towards you and he goes, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I need another brawn check.
Okay. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay.
Wait. 5 out of wait. Master is 8, right?
Yep.
8. That's 5 out of 8. Sorry. Apologies.
Okay. As you were dueling, this time you're a little bit more prepared. Teen, 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 and you see an opening right on his chest. You lunge forward and watch in horror as your sword goes straight into the count. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Oh my god.
So,
Whoops.
with
What
that,
did
guys,
you do, Ben?
as the pages of the Chronicles of the Damned close for now, the echoes of your adventure shall linger in the annals of time. May the tales you woven inspire dreams and kindle the fires of imagination. Until we meet again, remember that the realms of wonder and mystery await your return. Farewell, brave travelers, until the next chapter unfolds in this ever-changing storybook. Safe journeys, and may destiny's embrace guide you onward. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.